like the ocelot.
Buenas everybody, my name is Cindy and today we are setting up the brooder again for some little itty bitty chicks that are hopefully going to get really big. Some Jersey Giants. Alright, so to start these guys off, we do keep them inside of the house. We keep them in the dining room, which is right next to the kitchen. And then that way, every single time somebody walks by, we look into the brooder and we make sure that they're okay, that they have everything they need, and that they're still alive, hopefully. And then after that, then we move them out. And depending on what's going on with the particular team, then that determines where I put them. If I need them to still be inside a little bit longer and I'm not too sure about putting them outside, then I'll put them in the garage. If I'm kind of like, okay, you know what, I think they're gonna be all right, then I end up putting them in the shed. What determines where they go? Honestly, I think it depends on how I'm feeling about the chicks, because I am going to confess, I am not a chick person. I don't like the chick stage. I like the chicks a lot better when they're grown. Go put those back, baby. Put them away. So in the past, I've used pine shavings for bedding. I've used hay for bedding. I've used shredded paper for bedding. And ultimately, you know, what I am liking, what I find to like with my chickens is wood chips. I am using wood chips outside around their coop and their chicken area. It's working great for me. I like it. And so what I'm going to do is, since that's where they're going to end up anyways, and that's the end goal in mind, I'm going to start them off on the wood chips. I've mixed in some compost into it, some old compost that I had laying around, just so that it gets the whole earthy thing going. This is totally experimental for me. I'm not saying run out and do this. I can already see people coming for me. But that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying out, because the smell and having to, you know, deal with all that, it drives me crazy. And so I'm hoping that the wood chips and the dirt just makes it better for me. We're gonna put in the grit with the food. It's chick grit. The regular grit is too big, and I always worry that, you know, they're not getting their grit. What was that, baby?
They're gonna choke on it?
If they're not getting their grit, they're not eating it. So by getting the chick grit, it's a lot better, I feel, to ease my fears. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in there with their chick food. I got non-medicated, but I have used medicated before. Do what you feel is right for your flock. There we go, the flipping over. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's dark in there on the camera.
I like this one. I found that the other one I got, I don't remember which one it was, it got funky because I mixed up the whole gallon in one go, and the other one just it got funky. It got nasty.
Fill it all the way up?
Not today.
Oh, maybe I used the setup.
They're teeny tinies.
Okay, it's time to put the heater in.
You're gonna plug it in and put it on Brooder?
Yep.
I said I didn't want any more chicks. I said that the next round was going to have to be hatched and raised by our hens. Because I just don't want to deal. I want to be hands off with these chicks. That's what I want to be. And so what happened was that we were at Tractor Supply because I needed to pick up a bucket. And we go in and there's just this relentless chirping. And it's not coming from the floor, you know, from the cage where they keep the chicks. It's coming from the back. So I'm like, they got chicks in the back. And Emmy says to me, they sound like the Australorps. And for whatever reason, and maybe you guys it happens to you guys too, but the black Australorps are a really noisy chick. They are relentless. They don't stop for nothing. We would check on them and everything was fine. They just wouldn't stop. And so, you know, being that we just buried one of the Death Eaters, I was kind of like looking at Emily and she kind of had this face like, you know. And so I asked to see if they were black Australorps and she's like, let me go check. And she goes and she checks and she comes back out and she rattles off a whole bunch of chicken breeds and then she says, Jersey Giants. And I looked at Emily and Emily's face lit up and I was like, give me 4. So that's what happened. That's what happened. And so now I have chicks again and I can't wait for them to go outside. Just go outside. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and you know, this is not a how you should raise chicks or set up a brooder. This is us documenting what we're doing and sharing with you guys what we're doing. I hope you are inspired to do something too. That's it for now. God bless.
Look at that.
What is it?
There's a Jersey Giant in the picture and an Australorp in the picture, but they look exactly the same.
Oh.
So I believe when people come over, it'll be like, hey, why do you have so many Australorps? We don't. We only have 3. But you have like 7.
You happy, baby?
Yes, I am. They're cute.
They're cute.
Yeah, they're cute.
And they're a lot of work. Go take care of your chicks. I want nothing to do with them.